Good evening from InvestSharp. This is Randy Smotone with your Tuesday, March 30th market update. On the economic front, the monthly S&P Case-Shiller Home Price Index showed slight gains in home prices, up 0.4% in January. The consumer confidence came in a little better than expected at 52.5. Forecast was for 50. On deck for tomorrow is the ADP employment report and the EIA petroleum status, and then there's several others that shouldn't really be big market movers like the Chicago PMI, factory orders, etc. So the dollar, copper, and oil were up. Gold and silver were down. Kind of a mixed day in the market. Mostly just grinding around. Light sweet crude futures were up 20 cents to settle at $82.37 a barrel. And over to the West Texas Intermediate crude chart. Today's high, 82.74, almost got to this 83 area. I have a lean towards that we're going to break out on oil. I don't know if there's going to be anything that makes it happen, but there's usually some catalyst. But I think we're going to break out and go higher, even though I think their prediction is that we're going to be range bound in oil for quite some time. But that's not what I think is going to happen. So we'll see over the next however long it takes, a week or two. Go over to the dollar. Dollar's had a lot of buying still. Bounced back up today after its gap down from yesterday. So we're back right here. Let's go take a look at the Dow. So the Dow closed up 11 points to 10,907. The S&P closed flat at 1,173. The Nasdaq closed up 6 points to 2410, and the Russell closed up 1 point to 683. The Nasdaq had the largest percent gain, up 0.26%, and the S&P was the weakest by being flat. So another pretty light volume day across indices. I don't think there's a lot of players this week. I don't know if it's because of the Easter holiday this weekend, and of course Good Friday. The markets will be closed this Friday for Good Friday, so I think the bond market's open, I believe. But so we'll look at the Dow. We're still in a channel. Until we break out of this channel, you can't really get too bearish. Even though we're really struggling up here, just grinding around here. Been pretty boring here the last, like I said, last week or so. S&P looks the same, still in its channel. And we'll look at the Nasdaq. They all look the same. We're all in this up channel, been this crazy up channel that we keep holding. Let's look at the XLF, the financial ETF. Pull back a little bit today. No volume behind it, so just can't seem to find too many sellers here. Let's look at Goldman Sachs. Goldman Sachs pulled back a little further today. Very light volume, not any heavy sellers. I think Bank of America, several of them, definitely the banks pulled back today. So let's look at the VIX. VIX was down 2.62%. So again, no volatility in the market. Still hanging out here. Look at gold. Gold, continue to watch this kind of a triangle here. We got a triangle shaping up, and so watch gold. We're still stuck right here on the ETF. Silver, we've been up 1725-ish or so has been resistance, and then down here support's been about 16.25, so we're still in this range, tight little range for silver. Copper is the strongest, lots of buying. All these are buying in copper, and it kind of broke out but pulled back today. So let's go look at the sectors. 9 of the 16 sectors we follow finished in the green today. The semi index was the leader, up 0.69%. The gold index was the weakest, down 1.04%. Let's go over to chart watch. Still have a few charts. Like I said, I wouldn't get in any big hurry about trading this week. I'm not expecting us to do much of anything all week, but that could remain to be seen, but we'll see. SORL, this little auto parts, it had a big breakout of it, here on earnings. So lots and lots of volume, a lot more than it usually gets. So you might consider a dip buy here on this little SORL. It'll probably sit for a while after that big gap, but Vodafone, watch it for a breakout. I like this kind of how it's basing here. Watch it for a breakout here over today's high of 23.28 with a lot of volume. It's got a lot of volume coming in there of late. International Game Technology, looks like it's trying to put in a bottom here. So again, watch, it's got a good volume here, so watch it break out over this say 1850 area with volume. FedEx, FDX, of course it's been, as long as it holds this trend line, you should be able to continue to play this. It's had a lot of buying, you know, on the back of this great earnings here, and so as long as it holds that trend line, you should be able to play it, continue to play FedEx. Aruba Networks, ARUN, tons and tons of buying here again. Looks like it wants to go higher as long as it holds its uptrend line. SOL, and well, if I get it far enough here, I like you know, it's got this kind of a longer term triangle, so it needs to, you could actually, it needs to break out here. So if it doesn't break out, you can actually short it here. And if it takes it out, you can go long either way, but it's got some really good volume coming in, so I'm leaning towards breakout, but that one's looking pretty good. Of course, we talked about MRVL before. Marvell's looking good. It actually broke out, you know, here with volumes, had a lot of volume here after earnings, and then it's come down and it tested this uptrend line. It held, and now it's moving back up, so it's looking pretty good. Flowserve. I like this tight consolidations, typical bullish. Had this, you know, nice basing pattern here, broke out here. And so watch Flowserve. Varian Semiconductor, VSEA, lots of volume, and it broke out today, so that looks good. Watch Hess, has a triangle here, so watch for a breakout above today's high with volume. PetMed Express, I like small little pennant, so watch for a breakdown or a break to the upside. ERJ, Empresa Brazil, aeronautic company. So, yeah, as long as it holds this uptrend line, but it's got a lot of volume coming in, and it's got a longer term, you know, kind of a base it's building in here. So, it's looking good for some higher prices here. So, keep that one on your list. Cree, another one of these tight consolidations. So, watch for a breakout or breakdown. Probably a breakout. Teva, I like the bull flag here, so watch it to break out of its bull flag and go higher. FCX still holding where it broke out, but it a lot of stuff. It's kind of a week for most of the day, and then a little buying came in late. Let's see. SCCO, another copper type play here. I like this triangle. Watch for a breakout of it. Reliance still holding that support level there around that 49. Keep it on your radar. Timken, TKR still looking good. MEE, it's really, it tried to, you know, it has a lot of volume, but I would wait till it breaks out again over, say, about 54.70 or so. I'm kind of leaning that the market might pull back a little more. CAS still holding up. TSL, same, still looks good. We've looked at all these. CSIQ, still looking good. Went a lot higher today. Solars have been getting kind of bid up. Caterpillar still holding, but it just can't seem to go anywhere the last few days, kind of like the market. Deere still holding. VALE, still looking good. MTL, still looking good. Metal. Amazon, tight consolidation, just kind of like, you know, a lot of these are basically like the market. They're just hanging out. BYI is looking good. Zeus, another tight consolidation, looks good. AIG still resting, but it looks fine. LVS, as long as it holds around this 21 or so, it's still fine. Win, same way, holding up well. PNC, as long as it can hold this uptrend line, it's actually a low risk buy point here. CMG, tight consolidation. ASML, I like it, especially right around, as long as it can hold these trend lines here, either that one or this one. It looks fine. Lumber Liquidators, another one's tight consolidation, looks fine. Smart Modular, as long as it holds around 775 or so, which looking good. Lynn's holding up fine. And the Siemens, I like it actually here where it actually did pull back, but it's right here at the uptrend line. As long as it's going to hold that, it could be a low risk buy point. And let's go take a look at the current market signals. And we follow the point figure charts for the Dow, Nasdaq, S&P, all three on buy. There's no sense in looking at them. We haven't gone anywhere. Same way with the McClellan, we're just kind of, same where we're at, kind of neutral. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching InvestSharp's Daily Market Analysis.